Welcome, listeners, to AI Brief, episode 179. Get ready for a rapid-fire deep dive into the latest AI and robotics developments. We're looking at some really big moves today. AWS is shifting strategy with its Q Business Suite. Apple might be eyeing Perplexity for AI search, and Meta is pushing further into smart glasses with Oakley. Plus, lots more AI and robotics updates and some useful tools.
That's right. We're going to cut through the noise and pull out the key insights you need to get up to speed fast.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, Amazon Web Services. They seem to be overhauling their enterprise AI game plan, consolidating their AI chatbot, analytics, app building stuff, all into something called Q Business Suite, or QBS.
Yeah, and the word is they might even sunset the standalone Q business chatbot to really streamline this new platform. What's really interesting, I think, is the integrated vision they have for QBS. You get QuickSight for the data viz, Q business for the chatbot, Q apps for building generative AI apps, all in one workspace.
So one single interface for businesses.
Exactly. For querying data, handling automation, reporting, workflows. And it connects with tools like Salesforce, Excel, Outlook, the stuff people use daily. It's a big consolidation effort. AWS VP Dilip Kumar actually merged the QuickSight and Q teams. They're aiming for a July rollout, I believe. The goal seems pretty clear: make enterprise AI easier to adopt.
And automate those really complex multi-step tasks, right?
Precisely. Make it simpler for companies to actually use AI effectively.
Okay, but besides QBS, AWS is also working on something called Kiro, an AI coding assistant.
That's right. And it's interesting, even though the standalone Q business chatbot maybe didn't hit huge sales targets on its own, AWS is reporting strong growth overall in this area and says they're continuing to invest heavily.
So connecting the dots, this pivot to a unified AI workspace, it's really about meeting that enterprise demand.
Absolutely. Businesses want integrated, secure AI solutions that can handle complex workflows, not just point tools. By making it easier for teams to build and use these AI workflows, AWS is definitely trying to sharpen its edge in that crowded SaaS and enterprise AI market.
Okay, now for something potentially massive. Apple. Reports suggest internal talks about acquiring the AI search startup Perplexity. This is, well, it's a huge deal. Perplexity is valued around $14 billion. That would dwarf any previous Apple acquisition.
It really would. And it makes you wonder, given Apple's usual caution with big AI investments. Now, to be clear, no formal offers on the table. Perplexity hasn't even been approached, apparently. But the fact that Apple's M&A head, Adrian Perica, discussed it with Eddie Q and senior AI leaders, that's significant. It shows they're seriously considering it.
So what's the strategic angle here? Why Perplexity?
I mean, the potential is obvious. Integrate that kind of AI-powered search directly into Safari. That could dramatically reduce Apple's dependence on Google search, which, has been a long-term goal.
A very big goal for them.
And we heard Meta apparently tried to buy Perplexity earlier this year, too, so the competition is definitely heating up.
Right. So what does this signal overall?
It really highlights Apple feeling the pressure, the urgency in the AI race, especially around search. If they actually acquired Perplexity, it could fundamentally change their AI stance, cut those Google ties significantly, and mark a major push into generative AI services.
Okay, shifting gears from software and search to wearables. Meta's making another big play in smart glasses. They've partnered with Oakley through EssilorLuxottica for the Oakley Meta HSTN line.
Yeah, building on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses' success, but these are specifically for athletes and active users. And the features really reflect that focus on activity. You've got a central high-res camera, 3K video capability, hands-free operation, open-ear speakers, IPX4 water resistance, so good for sweat and light rain.
And better battery life, that's always key.
Much better. Up to 8 hours active use, 19 hours standby, plus fast charging. Makes them way more practical.
And availability. When can people get these? Looks like a limited edition pre-order starts July 11th for $499. Standard models later this summer from $399, launching in North America, Australia, some parts of Europe first.
Yep, with plans to expand. And they're doing a big marketing push around sports events like Fanatics Fest, UFC International Fight Week, featuring big names like Kylian Mbappe and Patrick Mahomes, really targeting that active lifestyle market.
So how does this fit into Meta's grand strategy?
Well, Meta clearly sees smart glasses as like the ideal platform for AI interaction. They're lightweight, you wear them all the time, they can see and hear the world around you in real time. This partnership with a major brand like Oakley just shows their growing confidence in wearable AI. Combine that outdoor-ready design with better hardware and AI built in. They're pushing hard to make glasses a mainstream AI interface. reshape how we interact with AR and AI on the go.
Okay, let's widen the lens a bit. What else is catching our eye in AI and robotics right now?
Well, first off, get this. Waymo might be heading to New York City. They've actually applied to test their self-driving cars in Manhattan, which is wow.
Manhattan traffic.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Initially with safety drivers, of course, because state law still requires them. But still, think about it. If they can handle NYC, that's a huge proof point. Tesla's also getting ready for limited robotaxi stuff in Austin, by the way.
Okay, what else? Robots in industry.
Right. Hexagon has teamed up with NVIDIA Robotics. They're deploying a new humanoid robot called AEON. It's designed for manufacturing and logistics, built using NVIDIA's simulation platform.
And it tackles labor shortages by doing reality capture. What's that?
It basically scans assets, environments, automatically generating these super precise 3D models, helps map out industrial spaces, and the really impressive part, how fast AEON learned to walk. Using NVIDIA's Omniverse simulation, it mastered basic movement in just like 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, compared to what normally?
Usually takes 5 or 6 months for that kind of training. So
Yeah.
a massive speed up thanks to simulation.
Wow. Okay, finally. Flying robots. Humanoid ones.
Yeah, this one's pretty wild. Italian researchers say they've built the first flying humanoid robot. It's called Iron Cub 3, jet-powered. It managed to hover about 50 centimeters off the ground in its first test flight.
Okay, 50 centimeters isn't exactly Iron Man height, but a flying humanoid.
It's a huge engineering challenge. Forget drones. This thing has to balance a whole humanoid body, arms, legs, while dealing with complex, constantly shifting aerodynamics from the jets. It's a big step for robotic mobility.
Definitely something to watch.
Okay.
Let's wrap up with some AI tools that are trending right now. Tools designed to make life a bit easier.
Yeah, there's some great ones popping up. For instance, Opus Clip. It uses AI to take long videos and automatically cut them into short, engaging clips. One click. Huge time saver for creators.
I can see that being useful. What else?
There's Media Flows. It's a low-code builder aimed at dev teams, helping them automate visual media workflows, streamlines complex processes. Then for investors, retail investors specifically, there's Hoops AI. It gives real-time trading insights and analysis.
Helping individuals make sense of market data.
Exactly. And one more, Visology. This uses AI to brainstorm ideas, analyze markets, even draft business plans automatically. These tools really show how AI is becoming practical for everyday tasks across different fields.
We have covered a ton of ground today. AWS's strategic shift, Apple's potential Perplexity play, Meta's new smart glasses, plus those fascinating robotics updates and some really practical AI tools.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? As AI weaves itself more deeply into everything, our software, our wearables, even robots that can fly, how will these seamless integrations change our daily interactions, our expectations of technology? It's evolving so incredibly fast.
A question we'll keep exploring. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. If you found these insights helpful, please follow AI Brief wherever you get your podcast, and maybe share it with a friend who's also tracking the AI world. We'll be back soon with another deep dive.